Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Out to the Sea. And I have my friend Mr. D to the B here with me today.
Hello.
And we'll be talking about Star Wars Legends.
Yes, the better canon than Disney canon. People say Legends is fan fiction, but if you're gonna go through that standards too, Disney Star Wars is also fan fiction. Like, I believe Disney Star Wars is more fan fiction than Legends.
Yeah, and I mean, I do like Mara Jade. That's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, Mara Jade's definitely good from what I've read so far.
And, there's Ben Skywalker.
Ben Skywalker, Mara Jade, and Luke Skywalker's son.
Then there's Jaina Solo, which is Mara Jade's niece.
Yep, and then Jason and Anakin Solo, which is Mara Jade's nephews. There's also other characters like Starkiller everyone's familiar with. You also get to expand on some characters that we didn't know too much about, like Darth Plagueis the Wise. I read that book, it was really good. There's also Darth Bane, the creator of the Rule of Two. Like, there's so much material. Even with characters that got like a few games, like Darth Revan, for example, has his own book. I haven't read it yet, but I know it exists. And the eras are so much better than Disney canon.
I mean, okay. I did see the ones with Rey.
There.
Boy.
Garbage.
I thought they were going to be good. Oh, no. Give me a Star Wars Legends movie. Please. There's so many good books about Star Wars Legends. And if someone could make a Star Wars Legends movie, that'd be great, just based it off the books.
Yeah, if Disney wasn't full of idiots, I'd say they should just adaptate the Legends continuity, like adapt the books. Like, there's so many stories. Like, there's Darth Plagueis, there's Exar Kun, who is the creator of the double-sided lightsaber. Like, there's so many stories that Legends has made. Of course, there's more Disney canon books than Legends. Granted, Legends actually liked being good, unlike Disney's like, forget story, let's make more product.
And when I saw the Empire and saw the base, I'm like, Star Killer base? Why?
That was clearly a Death Star ripoff. Like, you couldn't even have made Star Killer canon. Like, as much as I don't like whiny baby Kylo Ren, they could have, Kylo Ren being a huge Vader fanboy, could have, like, named Star Killer base off of Star Killer.
Yeah, but I don't think Disney even did that.
No, Disney decanonized Star Killer for the stupidest reason. They said he was too powerful to be in the Star Wars timeline.
Look at Darth. I know. Nihilus?
Why do you think he's not canon either? But
Come on.
To be honest, I think Rey is more wicked powerful than Star Killer is. Like, basically, in my opinion, Rey is Disney's version of Star Killer. Like, they have similar abilities. Like, for example, Rey does have Force Lightning. Of course, her reasoning is stupid, but yeah. Oh, and also they handled some concepts a lot better, like how Palpatine came back. It was so stupid in The Rise of Skywalker. Like, I don't know how to feel about Dark Empire, but from what I've heard, that story did it a whole lot better. Like, Vader did successfully kill the Emperor, but they are clones.
But I am a big Darth Vader fan. Sorry, I am.
Yeah, Kylo Ren sucks. And I like his true grandson, Jason Solo, aka Darth Kaitis.
Yes. I'm sorry, the way Disney is handling Star Wars, I'm pretty much done with it. I'm done.
Yeah, how they mismanaged Kenobi, destroyed Boba Fett. Like, I'm pretty much done with Star Wars.
They even destroyed Mando season 3.
Yeah, Mando season 3 bombed really hard.
And I think a lot of it is because of Gina Carano. He wasn't in it. I think that's why it bombed.
To be honest, it's part of it, but a lot of it sucked anyway. Like, I think it would have been better. Maybe something could have been good if Gina stayed. I'm not sure. Just from all the things that I heard about Mando season 3, it was terrible. Like, there's like a few good things that I've heard, like that Jedi who's played by the guy who did Jar Jar Binks. That was pretty cool. Basically a screw you to the prequel haters. So yeah, I pretty much consider this Jedi canon.
And yes, I am a prequel lover.
And the prequels were good. Somebody in my comments section on the May 4th video told me that the prequels were garbage, and like, no, they are not. Disney is garbage.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like, I'm sorry, like, I know George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney, and George Lucas, no offense to you, my friend, just, that was a bad call on your part.
It was, and he definitely knows it. Like, he trusted Disney and they stabbed him in the back. Personally, we wouldn't have been in this mess if people could have just accepted the prequels' existence. You don't have to like them, but just accept their existence, and the original creator made them, and they are part of canon. Instead of saying, like, George Lucas destroyed Star Wars, even though he made Star Wars.
Okay, technically, okay, let's just say this. He is the creator of Star Wars, and always will be.
Yes.
Disney destroyed Star Wars.
Yes. Disney
Lucas
absolutely destroyed
George
Star Wars.
Lucas did not destroy it.
No, because it's his own brand.
Yeah, so why in the heck would people say, oh, George Lucas destroyed Star Wars, even though he didn't? It was Disney's dumb idea to
Because
destroy it.
the prequel haters were trying to create a narrative because they were too stupid to understand what the movies were actually about. And because of the manipulation on the internet, they managed to get more people to criticize George Lucas and basically bully him off his IP. He only sold Star Wars because he was so done with all the crap he was getting.
And, I don't blame him. I really do not blame him. I mean, yeah, I think, like I said, I don't think he should have sold Star Wars, but I really can't say much because I don't work for the guy, but, I mean, I have respect for George Lucas. I respect what he did for Star Wars. I respect that he took his time. He made this.
George Lucas also didn't make it just his franchise. He made it the fans' franchise too.
Yeah.
Where Disney, it's just like, you can't have this a part of your canon. It's not a part of our canon log. Like, you can't have The Force Unleashed a part of your personal headcanon. Answer, yes I can.
Amen.
Because I don't consider most of your canon good anyway. I only consider a few things canon in Disney canon. Well, for my canon, if that makes any sense. So it's mostly Legends, the original 6 movies, then Clone Wars season 7, Rebels was okay, Mandalorian season 1 and 2, Bad Batch season 1 and 2.
I heard they're gonna be making a Bad Batch season 3.
I've heard that too, and from what it sounds like, it could be the last one. I'm kind of hoping.
It better be.
I'm hoping. I still need to make a review on Bad Batch season 2. Jedi Fallen Order was pretty good. Well, okay, maybe it was okay. I wasn't too thrilled at the beginning. It was more towards the end I got hooked to the story. I can't comment on Jedi Survivor because I haven't finished it. But what I have done so far, it's pretty good so far. It definitely has a more fast-paced opening.
Yeah. It looks like it has more action packed stuff than the first one did.
Rogue One was good because the director actually cared about Star Wars, and if I'm remembering right, George Lucas was behind the scenes of that movie, Rogue One. He wasn't more to guide the director towards the direction. Well, of course, until Kathleen Kennedy kind of screwed it up. But for what Kathleen Kennedy did, it was still a good movie.
I actually did like that one.
Rogue One was actually good. Rogue One, unlike the other stuff, actually tried to connect with George's story. And yes, I know Rogue One and Dark Forces would technically contradict each other. I consider both canon, but from what I've heard of Legends, the Death Star plans were into multiple fragments. Kyle Katarn got one, Ram Koda and X2 got one, and I just want to say that Rogue One was the people who got the third piece.
Yeah,
basically.
that was.
So, in my opinion, I could be wrong. Rogue One could technically fit together with Legends, technically.
Technically, yeah. And then who's the girl that what's the girl's name from Rogue One?
Jyn Erso.
Jyn Erso, is it? Jyn Erso, is it Jyn Erso?
I think it's Jyn Erso. I'm not sure.
I think it's Jane Erso. I could be wrong. Sometimes I can name Star Wars characters perfectly, and there's times I can't.
And then there was also the Ahsoka novel. It wasn't terrible. Well, granted, I might have to read it again just in case my opinion changed, but it was not a bad book.
I think everyone's saying, "Oh, the EU fans are
Dying
off."
Yeah, that's what one of my comments said.
No, it's growing. I can tell already.
If anything, Legends fans aren't dying off. Disney canon fans are dying off. Like, could you blame them with crap like Kenobi,
Force Awakens,
Last Jedi,
Rise of Skywalker. Oh, no, Rise of Palpatine.
The Rise of Palpatine. Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett.
That was horrible.
The High Republic. Like, there's so...
Wasn't that like Star Wars Resistance?
Oh, I forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me about it.
I actually watched the first episode. That is the last time I will watch that show.
I saw a few episodes. It was garbage.
Well, you're on your own, pal.
Yeah, that show was terrible. Like, there's so much garbage in Disney canon. And Disney just doesn't know how to manage. At least with Legends, it had a good construct of a timeline. Like, I did find a chart about the Legends timeline. But with Disney, it constantly retcons itself. There's some retcons I'm okay with. Like, for example, there's this one Kanan book from Disney canon. Granted, I shouldn't talk since I haven't read it. But in the Bad Batch, the Kanan book got retconned by Dave Filoni, which personally I'm okay with it because I don't want to read a Disney canon book ever again.
But besides Legends, I mean, I'm a big Legends fan. So I'm starting to get really into more of Legends.
Yeah, why do you think I keep reading the books? I have 7 EU books, 5 on Audible, and 2 as physical copies.
And I'm also planning to make a Mara Jade stop motion.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to have my friend D to the B help me with that one a little bit.
I made the Force Unleashed 3 fan film and the Coda fan film, which takes place in Legends.
If Disney didn't go off into left field and they would use their heads and they would say, hey, you know what, instead of, bringing back Daisy Ridley and bringing back, everyone from Force Awakens and everything. It's like,
Yeah, basically the sequel trilogy cast.
and you just say, all right, hold up, let's strain this out first. The sequels, garbage. Let's start brand new. Bring the girl that plays Nebula. I can see her face, but I can't think of what her name is.
It's the same girl from Jumanji.
Yeah, bring her in to play Mara Jade.
Yeah, personally, people want Scarlett. People want Scarlett Johansson. No,
No.
Personally, I don't want that because I think people would get Mara Jade and
Black Widow.
Black Widow confused if they were both played by the same person.
But like when I look at Scarlett Johansson and the girl that plays Nebula, plays better for Mara Jade.
She
for
kind
Mara
of
Jade.
looks a little bit like Mara Jade.
I can see definitely Mara Jade in her. But
Like, even if you wanted to Disney, like, you didn't have to cancel the EU. You could have just kept the EU as a separate option and then have canon. Like, okay, so this is the Legends timeline. We'll keep it going.
yeah, that's what I'm
then-
saying. Like, why
and
get rid of
we'll
it?
continue, and then we'll also have Disney canon for other people to enjoy, and then just hire more writers with the books and
I don't know
stuff.
what side I'm going on. Legends.
But yeah, like, you could have given people an equal opportunity. Like, you could have alternate timelines. You could have kept Legends alive, but no, you had to get rid of it.
Oh, and Disney. You want to start making money, get more people in the Star Wars stuff again? Guess what?
Fire Kathleen Kennedy.
That's one. There's another one. Second reason. Oh, I know. Get better writers.
Yes, which includes getting rid of Kathleen Kennedy because most of the terrible writers in Lucasfilm were brought by Kathleen Kennedy.
George Lucas, save us.
He's not going to,
I
unfortunately.
know.
I couldn't blame him for not coming back. I couldn't. I think I would be so done with it too.
Okay, LTC is taking over Lucasfilm. No, I'm just kidding. I know I can't do it, but hey, it'd be nice to dream. But like,
To be honest, if there was an election between me and Kathleen Kennedy, I would win in a landslide.
you would.
Kathleen Kennedy, one vote. DB, the rest of them.
200 votes. 200 votes for DSB. But like, I'm sorry, like, I cannot believe that people hated George Lucas when he
Just
did.
for making the prequels.
Well, yeah. The prequels, fantastic.
Yes, the prequels were very good movies.
Like, I remember when I first saw Force Awakens, I'm like, alright, this looks really good. But when I
Yeah.
start watching it again like this, I'm like, I'm getting a New Hope vibe.
Yeah, there was definitely a New Hope vibe. I think I remember saying that. Even though I liked the movie, like, okay, they should probably stop at some point with making Star Wars movies.
But we end up getting The Last Jedi. Oh my gosh.
The Last Jedi was terrible. I originally liked it, but then I actually rewatched it. I'm like, no, this is terrible. And then I rewatched it for a third time for my debunking of Kylo Ren's video, and it was utter torture.
I remember when I watched Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I don't think I've
yeah, that
ever
was more torture.
I don't think I've ever fast forwarded a whole movie that quick in my life.
You were lucky. I couldn't. I went to the theater for it. Can't fast forward the movie theater. Granted, I could have left, but I just wanted to see how bad it was so that I could make a video about how bad it was.
And I think that one really dropped big time.
Yeah,
That one
it definitely did for Star Wars films budgets. The films kept dropping in the box office a little bit. Solo was the first flop, and then Rise of Skywalker continued that trend.
Well, I heard that Solo that was like a really slow one because they're trying to tell people what's happening.
Yeah, Even though I liked Solo, and granted I have to rewatch it to see if my opinion changes, but with Solo, I do have to agree with some people on some things. Like at moments, it was way too dark in the theater. Like you could barely tell what was going on. Like what is going on right now? It's too dark.
But like like I think Legends has the best Star Wars storytelling
Yeah.
next to the prequels.
Yeah.
But the sequels, we'll never talk about those again.
Yeah, like there's so many good stories from Legends. Like there were some that were hits or misses, but it was mostly good. Like a miss for a lot of people was Dark Empire because of the concept of Palpatine coming back to life. But to be honest, from what I've heard about Dark Empire, I prefer Dark Empire over Rise of Skywalker.
I prefer The Empire Strikes Back over flipping Rise of Skywalker. And I think out of the prequels, I mean, I like the prequels, but my favorite movie out of the prequels is The Empire Strikes Back.
That's the original trilogy you're thinking of.
God.
I'd say my favorite out of the prequels is Revenge of the Sith.
Which one has the clones in it?
Oh, that's well, technically that's both Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Alright, those are the two I like.
Phantom Menace was pretty good as well. That was the one where we got introduced to Darth Maul.
It's like, I don't know, it's like now I have no interest in seeing in Star Wars anymore. I mean, sure, I still like, I still like Cara Dune, I still like Mara Jade, and, all these characters that I grew up, with. But now that Disney has taken over Star Wars, I want my money back.
Yeah.
Sorry, like I will say this: if another Star Wars movie comes out in the theater, I will not see it.
That Rey movie. That's gonna be the next Star Wars movie.
Oh dear, not help. Nope, 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 nope. Not helping. Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, that film is gonna do really bad.
It's gonna flop.
Yeah.
It's going to.
I kind of hope it flops more than Rise of Skywalker did.
And to me, I'm not a big Daisy Ridley fan either.
She's not bad, but she's not my favorite.
No, Tina.
Yeah.
I stand with Tina Carano.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I would love a Star Wars Legends movie. I really would like that.
Star Wars Legend movie? More like movies. Like
Actually,
literally.
why not movies?
Like literally, there's so many Legends books that you could turn into movies or shows.
But before they make the movies or the shows, get the actors and actresses right.
And get the people who've actually read the books involved with it. May I suggest a Ryan Kennel? Because he is a big EU nerd.
He's probably more of a nerd than us with the EU.
Oh yes, he definitely is.
But if
You know who Ryan Kennel is, right?
I've seen photos of him. It's been a while since I've seen a photo of him, but
He's a YouTuber.
I know it's just been a while since I've seen a photo of him. But yeah, like if anyone can do it, it's him.
Yeah, Ryan Kennel, all jokes aside, would probably be the best choice for it. Or literally anyone
Like,
who's read those books.
actually-
To be honest, another pick that is actually part of Lucasfilm that you should consider for president of Lucasfilm, that Kathleen Kennedy, is Sam Witwer. Sam Witwer, the guy who played Starkiller. He knows a lot of Star Wars info.
I could definitely see him, maybe not just being what is it, CEO
The president.
or the president of Lucasfilm, it could be him or it could be director.
There are so many things that Sam Witwer knows. There were a few occasions where he corrected the people involved with Star Wars. Like, one moment was in the Mortis arc of Clone Wars. There was reportedly the original version of that script. Anakin mentioned how he had a wife now to his Force Ghost mom, and then after they were done recording, Sam Witwer's like, okay, now we need to do that all over again. Dave Filoni's like, why? Because Anakin's mom already met Padme in The Phantom Menace.
Well, yeah, exactly, because I've seen that scene before. I've seen that scene. So
Then there's also this case of when they were making Solo, they were bringing him in for Darth Maul, and apparently from what it sounded
good
like,
villain.
apparently what they made it sound like was they were going to bring back Darth Maul's old double-sided lightsaber, and Sam Witwer to the director was like, he doesn't have that lightsaber anymore. You could either give him the Rebel saber or the Dark saber, and that's why we got the Rebel saber. Because of Sam Witwer. Sam Witwer knows his material when it comes to Star Wars.
Can he be the president of Lucasfilm, please?
I think I'm remembering right, he wasn't too thrilled about The Last Jedi, which I couldn't blame him.
I'm on his side for that one. I actually saw it in the theater. I'm like, this like, was it? Last
Jedi.
Yeah, I saw it like this week. I'm like, what am I watching? What is this? A talk show host or a flipping Star Wars movie? There was more talking in it than there was action. I'm sorry. It's true. Like,
I think story and dialogue is important, but you need to also have action if it's an action movie.
and I didn't like Rose either.
Rose was annoying.
I mean, I like the actress. I like the
Nothing
actress.
against the actress. We're just gonna throw that out there. Like, we
Nothing,
don't have
nothing
any-
against her.
To be honest, if we could and she was willing to, I would totally put her in one of my own Star Wars movies and make her a better character.
Yeah.
Not as Rose, just give her a better character role. Because if you ignore Rose the potato sack, she's actually a pretty attractive woman.
Yeah. I mean, look at what's her name that played Leia, Carrie Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
I looked at a couple of photos of her. She's pretty.
Yeah, she was pretty back in the day. Rest her soul. It was
Rest in peace.
sad. Or Natalie Portman.
Yep, Padme. That's another very attractive.
Oh
girl.
yeah, I'm not excited for that Taika Waititi Star Wars movie. He couldn't even remember that Natalie Portman was in Star Wars. I'm not joking.
Please tell me you were joking.
Mm-mm. He asked if Natalie Portman wanted to be part of a Star Wars movie, and she's like, I've been in Star Wars. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about those. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Unless it takes place in the prequel age, which, please don't. Leave the prequels alone.
Yeah. But I didn't like her in Thor: Love and Thunder. The trailers were enough for me. I didn't need to see the movie.
I didn't see the movie at all.
But I will give Natalie Portman a lot of respect because she is a very good actress.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing her in Thor. I remember seeing her in a couple other movies too. But I don't know. Just with this flipping Star Wars stuff, it's just I don't know.
Yeah. I'm basically done with modern Star Wars. I'm just going back in time and taking some Disney canon stuff with me. It's like, these are part of my canon now.
And I thought modern Star Wars was gonna be good.
It wasn't.
It's not even good now.
Hey, Disney, the reason you created more EU fans is because your trilogy was garbage.
Amen.
Yeah.
But like I was always a EU fan. Of course, I did grow up watching, Clone Wars and stuff like that. But now, just looking at all the upcoming Star Wars stuff that Disney's planning,
there's so much of it.
I don't.
Like-
I want it to stop.
Like, I remember that whole stupid lineup where they made all those Star Wars projects, presented them like it was Marvel. I hated that.
So
Like-
now Disney's copying off from Star Wars to now to MCU.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. They've been doing that since the sequel trilogy.
Disney, I have one
basically
question.
Marvelizing Star Wars, which doesn't make any sense since Star Wars isn't Marvel.
Disney, I have one question. What's wrong with you?
Everything.
That's about right. But yes, like I am a EU fan, and I think from now on I always will be.
Yep.
Like I said, I did play some of Star Wars Force Unleashed.
Yeah. I'd say if there's another game you should play from the EU that I've heard is good,
I want to.
is Republic Commando.
I don't mind playing that. I want to play the Old Republic games as well.
Oh
too.
yeah, those are good. Yeah, I've heard those are good. I just need to eventually get them.
But yeah, like I really want to have a legend like Star Wars Legends movies. Like they need to start making that instead of making all this garbage. Disney, you need to get your mind straight because right now you guys are losing more money than anything right now, and Universal, more power to you, brothers, is they're making more money than Disney, which I'm okay with. And how is a Minions movie?
Beat a Buzz Lightyear movie.
Yeah, exactly. Oh wait, better storytelling, better smart people. Because like even Fast and Furious 10, which is coming out in May, which I want to see that movie. Yeah, even though Brie Larson's in a big deal with me, I just want to see how it ends.
Boo.
Okay,
Okay,
Buster.
from what I've heard, it should have ended with 7. That's what
Yeah.
I've heard. I still need to watch them to
I actually wanted
form
to.
my opinion.
I actually wanted it to end at 7, but
Of course, they had to be stupid and keep going.
I think that's what Paul Walker wanted. They wanted, I think if Paul Walker was still here, he'd say, yeah, just keep going. But, what are you gonna do? It's like I'm more of a Universal fan now because I'm just so tired of Disney. And I used to be a big Disney person when I was growing up.
Yeah, there are a lot of Disney movies I liked as a kid.
But now I'm going from the dark side of Disney to the light side of Universal. Yes, I call Universal the Jedi and I call Disney the Empire.
Darth Mickey Mouse.
I hate Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
I hate that mouse so much.
Yep.
I can't even stand his girlfriend.
Minnie Mouse.
Who? But yes, like, I'm sorry. And Walt Disney, I know you're up there in heaven looking down at your fans and you just see all your fans divided.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel sorry for you, Walt Disney. Even Walt Disney said, you can use your imagination. That's what Disney was made for.
Yep.